A lot of people involved, so I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. My wife and I have been together for 5 years and married for 3.5 years. I am 28 and she is 30. We have no children together, and we agreed to open our marriage up a little over a year ago, late 2011. Initially, it was for her to explore her bi side and we had a few group encounters. Eventually my wife ends up meeting some 20-year-old girl who ends up moving in with us. They are together in their own way, and occasionally we will play together, but it's mostly her and my wife. My wife also met a guy over the summer who she sees quite frequently. That guy is 40, approximately, and I don't really care for him, but he is harmless. I just feel kind of sad for him, and I don't worry about him too much, but he is part of our life. Initially, I was fine with her just exploring on her own, because she had an uptight childhood and I was enjoying the threesomes that she set up, and I thought it was a phase. We could have fun for a year or so and then put it behind us and move on. So I had no plans of dating anyone else. Once her guy friend got involved, my opinion sort of changed. I didn't care enough at the time to forbid it, and my thinking was I would cause issues by telling her what she can and can't do. But I started to act more and more single, and put myself out there. Our initial agreement was total upfront honesty, but I threw that out the window. I really didn't like our house turning into a hotel, with my wife and her lovers around all the fucking time. I ended up having different 3 one-night stands in August, and out of those, I met a girl who I started to have feelings for. That girl, Abby, is 26 and she was my rest from my wife and the madness at home. We saw each other casually for the first month or so, and I dodged around the house, set up an open marriage, but eventually came clean. We took a break when I told her I was married, but eventually she took me back. She took me back around New Year's, and we've been seeing each other a lot, and she is kind of forcing my hand. She wants me out of my house and a divorce filed soon, or she is out. Right now, I'm struggling with what to do. Do I pursue Abby and abandon my marriage, or do I try to give it one last try with the wife? Do I owe it to her to say let's do away with this poly garbage and see if she is willing, or is it better to cut my losses? My wife asked for an open marriage to pursue bi interests. Eventually she brings in her girlfriend as a live-in partner, and adds a male partner. I go against our agreement and start pursuing other women, and meet someone else. The other girl wants me to leave my marriage. Do I leave the marriage or try to fix it? Here are some comments to the post. First of all, let me say that there is nothing wrong with you being uncomfortable with the original agreement you and your wife came to. There is also nothing wrong with not liking how it's played out, or not wanting to have her multiple lovers living with you. Everyone has their comfort zones, and clearly yours have been breached. However, unless I'm mistaken, all of the actions that your wife has taken in the last year and that you are currently uncomfortable with, were things that you either agreed to initially and or did not express your discomfort with as they occurred. Your wife, as much as you dislike the current state of your relationship, has been acting completely within the bounds of what you agreed upon. And, as far as she knows, you have no problem with any of it. If you had communicated what you were feeling, it would have given her a chance to adapt her behavior, or you could have worked out an arrangement that worked better for you, or you could have decided that you wanted different things and amicably parted ways. Instead, you kept it to yourself when your feelings changed and distanced yourself from your relationship. I'll come right out and say it, you didn't break the rules of your open relationship. You cheated on your wife. The difference between cheating and having an open relationship is honesty, and in your case that just wasn't there. Is your relationship salvageable? Maybe or maybe not. But the only way to find out is to do what you should have done in the first place and come clean to your wife, both about your affair and the feelings and frustrations that led to it. Then, it will be up to the two of you to decide if this is something you're willing and able to work through. Another poster says, "Yup, regardless of this other girl, your marriage is done. Eventually you'll get jealous of her and all her lovers and pissed that you're housing them all. Plus it sounds like this agreement was just for her to sleep around, which sounds stupid, and she is going to be pissed that you've slept with people she didn't pick for both of you. Better divorce now regardless of the other girl before it gets ugly in the future." This finishes our story of the day. If you still have not done it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.